What's this I see before me? A parcel? Can you guys guess what it is already? Of course, it's protein. Just woke up today, it's Thursday. It's Thursday and it's chest day. Kind of a late breakfast today because I've been knackered and I don't know why. Gonna get some breakfast. As I've woken up a little bit later with that protein that I just showed you, I might actually have a scoop or two of that just to get a bit of weight on. And I'm also gonna put my shirt on because I feel like a douchebag doing this. Okay, I'm back with a Gymshark top on. As I said before, it's Thursday and it's chest day, and today I thought I'd bring you something that I feel was quite helpful, and I learned this a few months back and have been trying to apply it to most of my workouts now, especially when I'm pushing a heavy weight and I'm trying to get a bit stronger, because if you have been watching some of my videos, you know that that's something that I struggle with quite a bit, and particularly with bench. So I thought today would be the prime opportunity to talk you through something in the commentary of these breathing techniques that I use to get a bit stronger in the gym, and it helps you push the weight just a little bit better, which might be the difference between getting 2 reps or 3 reps on something that you want 3 reps on. So keep watching the video, gonna bring you that in the gym a bit later. It's only 20 past 11 at the moment, so gonna get some food, probably meal prep a little bit more. Might check back in with you a little bit later, but yeah, gonna be in the gym later and I will record a little bit of footage for that breathing techniques. Let me just show you guys the weather over here in the UK. Yesterday it was typical British weather and it was pissing down, but today it's actually decided to turn quite nice and it's back to being sunny again. But to be honest, looked at the weather report and I think tomorrow, sorry, wait, where's that light at? Yeah, I think tomorrow it's going to go back to being all rainy and cold and horrible. So I'm going to try and make the most of it today and get out, maybe play a bit of football in the sun. Right, off to the gym soon, but right before I go I just wanted to show you guys my protein supplement and what I've been food prepping this morning. So the protein supplement that I'm using at the moment is Optimum Nutrition's Whey Isolate. But if you look there on the corner there on the label, there's 24 grams of protein, glutamine, and there's also BCAAs. Now I want to explain what BCAAs are and why they're so important with your training. First of all, the BCAAs stand for branched chain of amino acids. Now these are the building blocks of protein basically, and you don't need this so much when you're bulking because you're in a anabolic stage and you're going to be building muscle and you're going to have more calories than your body needs, which is where the muscle mass building comes from. But when you're in a catabolic stage where you're in a calorie deficit, so you're dieting, you're trying to strip that fat off, look a little bit leaner, even if it's just a little bit, BCAAs are very important, and this is why this supplement is so great to have all year round, because not only has it got the whey protein which will go straight to your muscles after post-workout, but what the BCAAs in this does basically is it will slow down the rate of the protein digestion and the breakdown of protein. So if you're on a cut and you don't want to have to make sure that you're constantly eating the right amount of protein, because your body's going to be going for protein and amino acids, it's going to be using that as an energy source because it wants to conserve as much fat as it can, because naturally, because you're dieting and not eating as much as you usually would, it basically goes into survival mode. It thinks that you're starving and it needs to conserve that fat, use that as energy and your food source so that you don't die basically, because for all your body knows, you could be stranded in a desert not eating enough. You know, 1 cactus a day isn't enough, so that's what your body's doing. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too much about this. The BCAAs in this will basically help you increase the rate of protein synthesis, so it will help you repair your muscles more efficiently when you're in a calorie surplus, when you're trying to gain that muscle, and when you're in a deficit it's going to be conserving the protein basically and prevent your muscle tissue from being used as an energy source, because your stupid ass body is trying to use that shit as energy. So all in all, good protein supplement. I'm a big fan of their supplements, their products, their team, so yeah, go check them out if you don't already know about Optimum Nutrition. This isn't me trying to like sell you the product because I'm sponsored by them or anything. I'm just trying to let you know of a good supplement that I've been using for a while. Right, just before I go, I told you that I was going to be meal prepping, and I've got 2 things here, 2 Tupperwares. I've got some fusilli pasta, so it is white pasta and it's not wholemeal, but it's still good enough, and I actually personally find it much better to digest. Here you got some protein sauces, probably the best of the protein sauces. Got 3 eggs in there, 3 boiled eggs. That looks disgusting, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. Yeah, anyway, I've had cereal, I've had bit of pasta, the rest of the pasta in there. Good to go, gonna be in the gym, so I'll see you guys in there in the next clip. How's it going, guys? So as I said at the start of this video, I wanted to discuss breathing techniques that you can use in the gym that will help improve your strength. So breathing is actually a very important factor when it comes to weightlifting because it helps you to put more force behind your lifts and it helps you to push that weight up. So if you see here on the flat bench, the first exercise that I did in this chest workout, if you try to concentrate on my chest and my mouth, if you can just about see that, and notice that on the way down, when I'm letting the bar come towards my chest, that's when I'm taking a deep breath in and I'm inhaling. And then when the bar reaches my chest and I'm about to push back out, on that pushing movement and on the contraction of the exercise, this is when you're going to be exhaling. So breathing in on the way down, as you see there, and then on the way back up, breathing out. So this is the first type of technique of breathing that I'd recommend you use. It's the most basic, it's probably the one that most people use and most people feel comfortable using once they got used to breathing during any kind of exercise. But there are also two others, one of them which I tend to use quite a lot in order to boost my strength during a set. So if you see here with the second exercise, the inclined bench press with the dumbbells here, similar to the first technique where I would breathe on the way down, the only difference being on the way up, rather than breathing out, I think I actually demonstrated both techniques here. I did the first technique again where I breathed out in the contraction of the exercise and then in the second clip you'll see that I actually close my mouth and I kind of blow air into my cheeks so that I'm holding my breath when I'm pushing out. By doing this, it's going to increase your strength considerably compared to the first and most basic breathing technique. So that's taking a deep breath on the negative half of the movement, so when you're letting the weight come towards you, or if you were maybe doing a lat pull down, this would be the opposite. This would be when the bar would be going up. So the part of the movement where when you're lowering the weight towards your chest or when you're releasing the weight gradually up on a lat pull down. Now I've actually used the same footage from the bench press again because I didn't manage to film too much in the gym when I did this, but it's not too important because this last technique I tried to kind of fit in there anyway, if you notice my mouth. Now this one is kind of a combination of the first technique and the second technique that I mentioned. Instead of breathing in when you're lowering the weight towards yourself on the bench press and then exhaling on the way out, or as I said for the second technique, blowing air into your cheeks and holding your breath, this is actually probably the most complex and difficult technique, and I actually sometimes have some trouble doing it because you kind of got to make sure that your mind's in the right place and you know what you're doing, kind of like mind to muscle connection but with your breathing as well. Now, kind of going against the spirit of this video, rather than improve your strength, this one's going to kind of challenge your strength and it'll really help you to get stronger because it's actually making it more difficult for you to push the weight. So now I realise it kind of sounds like I just contradicted myself, but what I mean when I say that is that because you're not having the aid of the other breathing techniques there, it's actually going to test your muscle strength and your muscle ability, and that's why it's going to make you stronger, because rather than having the helping hand of the breathing by exhaling on the movement, by holding your breath, it's going to like challenge you, as I say, and it's going to kind of force you to be stronger because you haven't got your breathing there to help you out. So if strength training is something that you're really serious about and you want to challenge yourself and get as strong as you can, then this is probably the best one to do. So this one, before you move the bar anywhere on the bench press, or before you pull a lat pull down, or before you curl a dumbbell for biceps, you want to breathe in, then hold your breath. Now, for the rest of the movement, what you want to do on the positive part of the movement, keep your breath held, and then on the negative half, still keeping your breath held. So the entire rep, you're going to be holding your breath. So before you start the rep, before you're contracting, before you're pulling the weight up or letting it come back down, you're going to be holding your breath, completing one rep, and then at the end of the rep, breathing out, taking another deep breath, and going again. So this one's a bit more difficult, but as I said, it will help improve your strength, as will all three of these. So 1 and 2 is probably the easiest and probably most effective ways of increasing your strength and just feeling comfortable when you're doing exercise, but the third one is kind of for more experienced people that want to just get more stronger and challenge themselves a bit more in the gym. I personally only really use the second one or maybe the first one depending on what kind of exercise I'm doing. If I'm doing a compound movement, I'll probably do the second technique because I just personally feel stronger by holding my breath when I'm trying to push that weight up to a certain extent. If I feel like my head's going to pop, then I will let that air out, because once you get to that point, that's when you know that that feeling's not good and you need to let the air out. You don't want to burst a blood vessel or anything like that. So yeah, so a combination of technique 1 and 2 is probably the best way to go for most people. And yeah, I hope that short discussion on this is helpful to some of you out there, and thanks for listening, guys. I'm just going to let you watch this last clip now. What's up, YouTube? Just got home from a long time in traffic. Took me about half an hour to get home when it shouldn't have. It should have taken maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, about 5-10 minutes usually, but no, I got stuck in traffic for ages. But on the upside, whilst I was stuck in traffic, I went past like my local town, and I saw a subway which I did not know was there. So silver linings, it was really shitty sitting in traffic in the hot sun kind of day, but yeah, saw Subway, probably gonna hit that up a bit more often now that I know it's there. Literally like a 5-minute drive from my house without the traffic. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. Chest workout was good. Hope you enjoyed the breathing technique footage that I got for you. And yeah, this is gonna conclude this vlog. It's probably one of the shorter vlogs that I do. Yeah, just wanna get the information out there, try and help you guys. So I'll bring you another video very soon. So I'll catch you all in the next one. See you guys.